Okay friends, it is day 2 of my super mega dedicated large family freezer cooking weekend. We had a hiccup yesterday where our sink got backed up, a metal scrub brush got stuck down the garbage disposal. Anyway, one thing led to another yesterday, and it was almost like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And I was just pulling things together to cook, and I thought, you know what, if I start now, which you know by my other videos, I certainly have had times where I don't get started till much later in the afternoon. I thought if I don't get started till 5, I'm gonna be cooking probably till midnight, and I just don't want to do that. So instead, I'm starting today fresh, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll be done at a decent time. Of course, it's not 9 a.m. so if you were gonna cook the exact meals I'm gonna do today, and if you could start, you know, in the morning at a decent time, you would be done before dinner time. I am not a normal person. I am videoing what I cook, I take pictures of what I cook, and I make all kinds of recipe notes and little adaptations and things while I'm doing this. So it's not just a straight through easy peasy cooking time. There's other carrying on going on. So it is 1 o'clock now when I am starting on day 2, and I'm hoping to be done and all cleaned up by 9. So that is a solid 8 hours, but we're gonna bust through all kinds of stuff. So let me show you my enthusiastic Jamerrill has energy and it's still early in the day list for right now. So the way that I'm doing this is I've given myself time blocks. You know how I like to give time blocks when I'm planning things out in my day. So I'm gonna do a bunch of cookie dough for the freezer, and I'm gonna get Zion started on the pancake station. He's gonna do blueberry and chocolate chip. And then I'm going to do biscuits and pizza dough. I'm going to do several shepherd's pies, several baked macaroni and cheeses. Benjamin's talking to us. Several pans of sausage fried rice, because I have a bunch. I think I've got 10 pounds of pre-cooked Italian sausage that I got in a Sharp Shopper deal. I won't use all of that, I don't think at this moment, but I have it. And then I'm going to put together many slow cooker freezer meals, and then we're going to do our cleanup. I'm hoping that by the time Zion's done with pancakes, he can help me later in the day pull some cleanup together, as long as we don't flush another metal scrub brush. So I'm giving myself these larger time blocks. I mean, it shouldn't really take an hour to do cookie dough, but whenever I do my time blocks for any schedule, for my freezer cooking, for our homeschool day, or what have you, I try to give myself a cushion time with everything I try to do. I know I'm not going to be able to just straight do cookies for 20 minutes and be done. Stuff is going to happen. Mr. Benjamin is in his seat right now, and Gabriel's taking a rest with library books. I know that, you know, things are going to happen and come up, and I need that time. So ready, set, go. We're going to do cookie dough and pancakes. For the peanut butter chocolate chip cookies that I'm doing, of course we do big batches around here. It calls for 4 cups of butter, and so I'm breaking out some Kerrygold for this as well, and each one of these blocks of Kerrygold is 8 ounces. Travis had got me some unsalted butter at Walmart the other day, and I have a cup of this left as well. So it's a whole lot of butter. It's going to go in the microwave to be softened. And then this is 5 cups of crunchy peanut butter that I'm using for these peanut butter chocolate chip cookies. You can freeze just about any cookie recipe out there. What you can do is roll them into balls and flash freeze them, put them in a gallon freezer bag, and then on the days that you want to make homemade cookies without the mess, you just set the freezer balls of cookies out on a baking pan for just a few minutes, and then you can bake them as usual. So that's what we're going to do with these. Here's our cookie dough dangling on the side of a kitchen stool right now. Going to get the peanut butter in there and the chocolate chips, mix it all up now. I went ahead and mixed all the ingredients first, and now I'm going to add in the chocolate chips and do a mix with those as well. So we ended up coming out at about 12 dozen of these peanut butter chocolate chip cookie balls. Amelia came in and helped me roll them up, and then I had a dozen that I baked just for us to have while I was cooking, benefit of mama cooking. And then over here, out of the same recipe, I have 2 rolls of the same cookie dough also. I could probably get, let me think here, at least 3 to 4 dozen total between these 2 rolls, but I'm going to roll these up and freeze them, and when we need these, then they can just be set out to defrost for a few minutes, and then they can be sliced as cookies. It's just another option. So I'm getting my first cookie roll out on some plastic wrap. So here it is all wrapped up, and then here it is on the foil. And now I'm going to do it in one more layer of plastic wrap. I'm going to write on here what it is first and then do the extra layer. And there it is, all nice and snug and wrapped up. So I have both of these rolls of cookie dough all rolled up now, and I went ahead and put them together in a gallon bag. You could just put them individually in the freezer, but I have two that are done. I have the gallon bag, so that's just another layer of protection for them. Now I'm going to get all these other cookie dough balls in one of our smaller freezers to flash freeze for about an hour, hour and a half or so. Okay, so we got all the cookies in the freezer, and I'm going to just take a moment because we've had stuff explodes and grows and doesn't need to be on the counter and all of that. So trying to make more room since we've got a whole lot of cooking going on. Once I find all my counter space again, then we're going to do biscuits and get those flash freezing. So I'm in the middle of doing my biscuits now. We got Zion's using the mixer. You can keep mixing, that's fine. These biscuits I just cut out. These are whole wheat biscuits. I'm getting down to the bare bones on what we have to work with because we're using so many of our kitchen tools. So I'm using these pizza pans I picked up the other day. And I'm going to use those to flash freeze the biscuits on so we can get those in freezer bags too. What I did was I have my big recipe over on, of course, largefamilytable.com. The big mound of biscuit dough I had to work with, I divided it in half, put half over there while I processed these, and now we'll do this half. Okay, so here's my next batch of biscuits, and going to get those on this pan. Okay, so now we're going to get these, slip these into a freezer somewhere, and then later we'll be taking them out and put them in baggies. When we go to use these, they just need to be set out for about an hour or so in the refrigerator to defrost, and then we can just bake them as normal. So when I went out to put the biscuits to flash freeze, these cookie dough balls are nicely frozen solid, and I'm actually, believe it or not, 20 minutes ahead on my little schedule attempts to make sure I get this all done today. So I'm going to go ahead and use that 20 minutes to get these in the freezer, and then also Zion's got a big stack of chocolate chip pancakes that are cooled off, so I'm going to get all those bagged up and put away. We get caught up on a few of these bigger dishes that we need a lot when cooking like this, but here is how the cookie balls worked out. So we've got about 3 to 4 dozen in each bag. Now they're not going to stick to each other because each ball of cookie dough is individually frozen. So whenever, let's say we have a read aloud afternoon in our homeschool and we want to have some cookies to go along with it, I can just set these out for a few minutes, and then we will put them on a baking pan in the oven at 350 for about 12 to 14 minutes, and there you go. We'll have cookies without the homemade cookie mess. So here's how our pancakes turned out. I was able to get about 14 to 16 per bag. And whenever we have these, we'll also have some other breakfast items as well. So one of these would definitely be breakfast for our family, and honestly, we might have 2 or 3 left. Now, a tip that I've heard a lot and that I've seen a lot online is that some people put a piece of parchment paper in between each pancake so you can pull off individual pancakes and so that they don't stick together. However, what I do is I freeze the whole bag just like this, because we will set the frozen bag out in the refrigerator the night before, and when we need them, I will yet again heat up the entire stack. They don't stick together. It works out just fine. I've done this a bazillion times, and so this is how it works for me at least. So right now I've got the pizza dough. I'm doing whole wheat pizza dough, and the bread machine is doing all the work. I just layered my ingredients in there, and I'm gonna open the lids and check on them here in a few minutes. But besides that, there's nothing else I had to do. Really, in hindsight, I should have started these hours ago, but just didn't think of it because, you know, I've been working on my little time list. So pizza dough is no big deal. That's going. So now I'm going to switch over to work on the shepherd's pie. Benjamin's talking. I know what else I was going to do. Thinking ahead now, I'm going to take this Go Wise 14-quart pressure cooker for a spin to get the rice done for all of the sausage fried rice that I want to put together here. A couple meals after the shepherd's pie, we're going to do the fried rice. So I should think ahead and get that going now. So I've got in 8 cups of rice, and that means I'm going to put in 16 cups of water. And then this will equal the 16 cups of water, and that gives it plenty of room to expand. It's not even quite half full yet. So I am continuing to get to know this pressure cooker this weekend. Biggest thing is it's not quite as intuitive as the Instant Pot as far as the sealing. I've had a few sealing issues and I've just had to work through, but now I feel like, and this is my 7th time using it in 2 days, now I feel like I've got it. So I'm going to hit, if I can get it to press, the rice button. Okay, I'm not touching nothing else. So there we go. 8 cups of brown rice, 16 cups of water. Make sure the lid is sealed. You will have to follow the directions for that. Hit the rice button. Voila. Now we're gonna have a ton of brown rice for fried rice. Yay. You might be able to see that lovely pizza dough is just going round and round in there. So here is Zion's beautiful stack of blueberry pancakes. And now I'm gonna get to work on the mashed potatoes for the shepherd's pie. Taking some cleanup time here. Jaden and Zion are running out the door for an evening activity, and Zion has helped me he busted out all those pancakes. Now I know it's been a few hours, but him and I also watch videos and talk and carry on, so it makes things take a little longer, but that's part of the fun. So I'm gonna get this counter cleaned up now. We do a lot of vinegar and water cleaning sprays around here. And this is just an old Febreze bottle with about 1/4 vinegar and the rest water. So this is about 10 pounds or so of potatoes. I had shared in my freezer cooking video from the other day that I did 30 pounds total of mashed potatoes in my new 14-quart pressure cooker. Of course, that's 3 different times. I didn't do all that at once. But anyway, so I was able to get about 10 pounds or so in there per go the other night, and this is my last load from there. 20 pounds of it I already mashed up and made into homemade mashed potatoes for the freezer. You can find that recipe over on largefamilytable.com, of course. And so I'm going to do it again now with these 10 pounds. They'll slip right out of their skins, and that's just how I make mashed potatoes. So I got all of those potatoes skinned now, and actually what I'm doing here is I'm just halving my 20-pound potato recipe. Oh, and Daniel's doing Legos. I'm going to do a cup of cream cheese, 1/2 cup of butter. Yes, honey. Some garlic powder, some onion powder, and about 4 cups of milk. And that should make this into a lot of good mashed potatoes for on top of our shepherd's pie. Are we mixing, Daniel? Yes, I think our mashed potatoes need a little bit more milk. We're doing it, though. I've just been sitting here watching other mamas on YouTube while I'm mixy. Yeah, I gotta get those in the freezer bag next. They should be all cooled off. Benjamin's still hanging out. Are you observing those Lego boys, Benjamin? Oh, and you've been building too, yeah. And Gabriel built an awesome castle. Naomi's bringing in her dance party. Kids have been eating some baked spaghetti, but our brown rice in the 14-quart Go-Wise is done. I just opened it. So here it is. It's obviously very steaming hot, but there is the 8 cups of rice all done. Okay, we've been having some noisy family time out here, but I wanted to update you on what's happening. I got 4 pans of shepherd's pie in the works. It was about 3 cups of ground beef on the bottom of each pan, and then 2 cups of frozen vegetables. Now I'm going to put our homemade mashed potatoes on top. So here's a quick peek at what the 4 shepherd pies turned out like. I ended up with 3 cups of shredded cheddar cheese on top of each of them. So now we'll get these wrapped up and outside in the freezer. Making a little trip out to the garage here with my carrying case. This is how the smaller freezer top is looking. These are the baked spaghettis from the other day. These are blueberry pancakes from earlier. And these whole wheat muffins I will put on top of the baked spaghettis so that I can get the shepherd's pies in here. And these pancakes I can probably start to stack now. This is how it'll look for the moment. I put some blueberry pancakes over here and more blueberry pancakes in the door, and then we got sub rolls over here. And this is how my big mammoth beast refrigerator is looking. So let's see, I've got chocolate chip pancakes here. We've got meatballs and meatloaves there, more meatballs here, more sauce and mashed potatoes, and then in the door we have the cookie dough. And I showed you sandwiches. Now, I don't think in this video I have, so just in case you didn't see my video from the other day, we have lots of freezer PB&Js and meat and cheese sandwiches in here. And that's how it's looking so far, almost full. So I'm working on big pans of fried rice right now, and this is what I'm putting in it for the protein this time. Mild Italian sausage slices. These are pre-cooked. I had a 5-pound bag from Sharp Shopper for $5.49. Put it in that 30-quart bowl, and now I'm gonna mix them all up. Miss Amelia's helping me. We're putting it. It is all gone. Good job. We got all our sesame seed oil in our sausage fried rice. You can throw it away, honey. Thank you. This is looking good. Since we love fried rice so much, and because I had this on hand, I went ahead. I just had Liam bring me one of these 102 ounces big cans of green beans. I added green beans to it, and then I also had some green onions. And I don't always add onions to it, but I thought I could sneak them in this time. And so this is how our fried rice is looking. And I've got this big pack of spinach from Costco that's been in the freezer. So I'm going to crunch up 2 of these packs very fine, sneak those in too. I think they'll just blend in with all the other green we have going on in here. But this 30-quart bowl is almost full. If you guys ever want to know more about who I watch on YouTube, let's see if I can pause this. Travis and the kids have been out here. We had dinner and they watched me and helped me. Naomi did dishes and such. I have just finished getting what I'm going to call mild Italian sausage and spinach variation of big pans of fried rice. So here are the big pans of fried rice. And I was telling you about who I watch on YouTube. This is an Instagram friend of mine. Her YouTube channel is called The Art of Home. And I've been enjoying, she's pregnant with number 9. I've been enjoying watching all of the big, large family style freezer meals she's getting ready for when she has her baby. And I don't know her first name, that's awful. But on Instagram, I believe it's Art of Home. And on YouTube, I'll show you up here. It's The Art of Home, and she has that cute picture of herself. So if you want to see more videos like this, you probably want to go over and check out her channel and see what she's cooking up for, as she calls it, when her bambino is born. So here's my freezer meals, how they're looking. I wanted to give you guys a time update and a Jamerrill let's have a reality check update time-wise. However, I think we're doing pretty good. Now there's one meal I gave up and I'm 2 hours behind. However, overall, considering all that we're doing today, I think we're doing well. I feel good. I feel like we can do it. It's about 9 now. I'll show you my board and then we'll talk times, okay? On my board today, so we got a bunch of cookie dough, dozens and dozens of cookies in the freezer. Zion did dozens and dozens of blueberry and chocolate chip pancakes. We did a bunch of biscuits. We did pizza dough. I'm also going to get some more pizza dough going because I probably have a good 2 hours left, so we might as well make some more pizza dough. We also had a pizza with dinner tonight and everybody loved it. We got the shepherd's pie done, and I just did those 5 big thick pans of the spinach and sausage fried rice. Now I'm giving up on this baked mac and cheese idea. That one, if you watch my freezer cooking videos, somehow that one, if I leave it till last, I just don't want to stand and make the cheese sauce. So goodbye yet again, baked mac and cheese. But now I'm going to do my slow cooker freezer meals. And let me clear this off. So it is 9 now. It is 9. And really, the slow cooker freezer meals, they shouldn't take more than an hour. But I'm telling you honestly, I give myself these wide gaps in life. As of right now, Benjamin has eaten and he's chill and he's back with Travis. But, 30 minutes into this, if he needs me to lay down and snuggle with him for 30 minutes or so, that's going to push the time back, which again, that's fine. So I'm going to say 9 to 11, only because of real life. I think, I have to look at my list, I think we're doing at least 12 or 14 slow cooker freezer meals. And then we have some overflow and cleanup, but I'll show you the kitchen. The kitchen really, it's really not too bad. We've been working on cleanup. As I said, Naomi just did a bunch of dishes for me while I was mixing the fried rice and hauling things to the freezer. So this is kind of what's happening. I mean, things are cluttered. It's just not as bad as it could be. Anyway, bread machines are in use. I got some wrapping stuff there. Got my big 14-quart pressure cooker over there. And that's another thing that'll add to the time. I feel like it'll take me at least 10 minutes to get these wrapped and out into the freezer. And I showed this list in my day 1 freezer cooking video, so I'll share it here again too. It's just, this is part of my mega freezer meals planning pack. I have, if you text the word freezer to 44222, I will send you out all 8 pages of that. But yesterday we did cornbread. We did, we did mashed potatoes, we did meatballs, we did baked spaghetti, we did barbecue meatloaf, we did big batch spaghetti sauce. So today we've done cookie dough, we did biscuits, we did blueberry pancakes. Oh, yesterday we also did cinnamon French toast, blueberry pancakes, chocolate chip pancakes, pizza dough, shepherd's pie, and forget you, baked mac and cheese, but we did do a variation of fried rice. So for the slow cooker freezer meals, I'm going to do sloppy joes. I'm going to do honey and garlic chicken, rosemary chicken, white chicken chili, and garlic and lime chicken. Well, backtracking, I've still got to get those wrapped. Wrap those now, Jamerrill, and then I'll get to shoving those into bags. Just shows you how time slips away. I got the bread machines ready to go again, but guess what time it is? It is 9:40. Just like that. So here are 3 dough balls for whole wheat pizza all mixed up. Each one of these will be 1 medium-sized pizza. So I put them in a layer of plastic wrap. I'm going to then put them in a layer of foil and then another layer of plastic wrap. And they should keep well in the freezer for about 4 to 6 weeks. However, family of 10, 9 of us pizza eaters so far. Whenever we go to make pizza, that's when I'm going to continue my little pizza making dough station. Whenever we go to have pizza, it's going to take several pizzas for that meal. So I'll probably end up still keeping my bread machines running tomorrow throughout the day so that we could have, 4 pizzas for dinner a couple times in the next 4 to 6 weeks. A little something you don't want to happen. I thought my dough hook had come off, but actually my little baking pan here in my bread machine didn't have it pushed down all the way. So have to get this one started again. So I just put together 3 packs of this ginger lime chicken. Each gallon bag has approximately 3 pounds of chicken breast in it. We also have half a cup of lime juice, a cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of ground ginger, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of parsley, and then a tablespoon of onion powder tablespoon of garlic powder. So this chicken, when I'm throwing these bags together, the chicken is frozen. It has not been out very long. I just added all the ingredients in. I'm sealing it. I'm putting it back in the freezer. Whenever I go to make these in my slow cooker, I will set the bag out from the freezer into the refrigerator to defrost overnight. And then once it is defrosted the following day, I will throw it in the slow cooker, and it will go for about 4 hours on high, or you can do up to 8 hours on low. And I just got done 2 bags of slow cooker sloppy joe mix. Okay friends, I'm gonna go ahead and actually wrap this up now. I am so close to being done. Basically what's left is I have to haul my freezer meals to the outside freezer, and then I've got to do some cleanup. But it's 11 now, and I'm gonna stop for tonight. I already mentioned I do want to keep making pizza dough balls for the freezer throughout the day. Tomorrow, I think if I keep my bread machines going, I might end up with 10 or so by the end of the day. But I got 8 today, so that was good. Thought I would just stand here real quick and give you the rundown of everything. And then for all of the recipes, just head over to largefamilytable.com and they will all be there waiting for you. 2 more things I skipped on my list. I was going to do honey and garlic chicken for the slow cooker, and then I was going to do white chicken chili. Because of the time, I'm just going to stop tonight. I'm going to call this good enough. So in 2 10-hour days, I got what will be at least 50 meals plus add-ins for my family. So for the white chicken chili and the honey and garlic chicken, I was thinking I'll probably do those in my new 14-quart electric pressure cooker here in the next few weeks or so, and just film those as like cook with me vlogs. I am glad that I went with for my other meals and just dumped all the ingredients in the bags, because those will be helpful for other days. So final rundown. So I got 14 bags of cornbread. We got 18 dozen cookies, 4 dozen freezer biscuits, 7 loaves of cinnamon French toast, which is 14 dozen total, 6 dozen chocolate chip pancakes, 6 dozen blueberry pancakes. We got 8 pizza balls for the freezer, 17 dozen meatballs, 6 9 by 13 pans of baked spaghetti, 4 pans of shepherd's pie, 5 barbecue meatloaves. I did 10 quarts of big batch spaghetti sauce, and all of that got used for the shepherd's pie. I did 5 pans of spinach and sausage fried rice. I got 2 gallon bags over there of sloppy joes for the slow cooker, 3 gallon bags of rosemary chicken, 3 gallon bags of ginger lime chicken, and then right to kick this off, I also did 3 full gallon bags of homemade mashed potatoes, which that recipe will be included in this. I did those the night before I started my first official freezer cooking day, but I was breaking in my new 14-quart electric pressure cooker, and so I went ahead and it was 30 pounds of potatoes for that pressure cooker in 3 different shifts of cooking, but I used my big 30-quart bowl there and mixed up all those mashed potatoes. So yeah, that's it. So I'm tired now, but it's been a good 2 full 10-hour days of cooking. I started at 1 today, so yes, I believe if I'm doing my math right, that's 10 hours of cooking through. I'm not going to count my cleanup time. We got about half a good mess here. It'll probably take me about 30 minutes or so to get everything squared away, and then I'm going to go to bed and start a brand new week tomorrow. So again, recipes and anything else you would want to know will be over on largefamilytable.com. That link will be linked in the description below with the links to all of these recipes from these last 2 freezer cooking days. So I'll see you next time, friends, with another brand new video. And if you haven't already, text the word freezer to 44222 to get your mega freezer meal planning pack, because as I keep telling you, I got so many more freezer meals and freezer cooking goodies coming out, and I want you to be the first to know. Bye-bye.